Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It's time for another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Right here on the Borders to Borders hotline. That means you call us at 412-575-2600 as we go down the stretch and into the playoffs, which begin next Wednesday, April 11th. Not sure if that'll be the Penguins' first game or Thursday the 12th, but that's when they all begin. And the Penguins tonight got a really nice 2 points on the road in overtime. They beat Columbus again as Phil Kessel got not just his 32nd, but also 33rd. That one in the OT session. And the Penguins win 5-4, which gives them now 98 points, and they have one more than Columbus, one more than New Jersey, which won again, and two more than Philadelphia in a logjam metro. Ron Cook of the Post-Gazette and 93.7 The Fan, the Cook and Pony Show is here. Bob Rowski continues to kind of shrink in big moments against the Penguins. Of course, when you have the kind of weaponry the Penguins have, you can make a lot of goaltenders look bad. And quite frankly, this is a game I thought Columbus would come out and really press. Instead, the Penguins outshot them 43-30, and they had the better of the play.
Yeah, I mean, Bob Rowski gave up 5. There's no question. And the Sherry goal that tied it up pretty late, 4-4, man, it was just kind of laying there. I didn't think Bob Borowski was terrible like we've seen him sometimes against the Penguins, as you point out, 43 shots. But I'll give the Penguins a lot of credit. Bob, they never led until the overtime. I mean, they were down 1-0, tied it up, 2-1, tied it up, 3-2, tied it up, 4-3, tied it up. They never led until they scored in overtime. I'll give them credit on the road with what it meant to Columbus hadn't secured a playoff spot until tonight. They did by getting the game to overtime. But they needed that game, and the Penguins kept battling back. I give them a lot of credit.
The only lead the Penguins had was the one that won the game. That was it, 5-4, and they get those 2 big points, which means tomorrow if they get 1 point, then they will clinch second place in Metro. And they got Ottawa in town. Ottawa's a team with nothing to play for, which could make them dangerous.
Carlson won't be playing.
Yeah, they got
but the Penguins aren't going to know who they play until Saturday. It could be really any I think it could be either New Jersey or Columbus. I don't think Philadelphia can get there if the Penguins get a. Well, maybe they can. Wait till Saturday night after the games are over.
Well, Philly can get there if Columbus loses and if New Jersey loses, and then if they win, all of a sudden they go up to 98.
They would finish
and
third.
So it would be Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, which to me would be the matchup I would want, Ron. If you had to pick one, which would you want?
Yeah, Philly, especially opening up at home, Bob. But you're not going to. I don't think New Jersey's going to lose. They have the Rangers the last game, I believe. They should win.
No, New Jersey has Washington.
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
Philly has okay. And Columbus has Nashville, correct?
Right.
So
who knows how it's going to
play. Yeah, but I don't. What does it mean to Nashville? That game means nothing to them.
The one thing the Penguins don't want to do is lose tomorrow at home, because if they do, then all of a sudden that opens the floodgates for all those teams to
they could end up in 4th place in the division.
Take on Washington.
Then they'd have to play Washington, which I don't think would be a terrible thing.
I don't either.
You just don't want to end up 5th, and they're not going to have to play Tampa or Boston.
I think the other side of the ledger is the more difficult. I think the Penguins still are the supreme team in the East. I realize they may not finish second, but even no matter where they finish, they have the team that to me is going to emerge from that side of the bracket. We'll see how it goes. 412-575-2600 is that number. The Pirates played tonight, and they got another win. Stephen Brault got the start in this game, 5-2, as they get the better of the Cincinnati Reds, which are a real bad team right now. And the Pirates are 5-1, Ron, for the first time since 2003.
Big home run by Polanco. Man, he's off to a good start, isn't he? We all said he was going to be the key this year, has to stay healthy. I love the way he's swinging the bat. The bullpen actually got it done tonight. And then Rivero come in and got it to save in the 9th inning. A nice win. They've been fortunate. They play a really bad Detroit team. Minnesota's good. They split there, and now they're off to a good start against a bad Cincinnati team. Gets a little tougher next week. They go to Chicago for opening day, I guess, against the Cubs on Monday.
Then they got the Marlins, which is not very good. But then later, you got games against teams that are going to matter, right in your own division in St. Louis, in Chicago again, and also Milwaukee. So we'll see how those go. 412-575-2600. That is the number to call. We'll take your tweets also at KDPomp, at Ron Cook PG. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on Pittsburgh CW. So give us a call. We'll take those next.